Hey, everybody, welcome back to Morning Talk with Mike and Paul. I'm Big Mike.
And I'm Paul.
Fuck
And if you
off!
don't like it,
Fuck off! Hey, guys, it is Thanksgiving week. It is Monday, and I'm glad you guys are here. And we're going to talk a little bit about some dislikes, some history, some stories that went totally wrong. I want to know, what was your worst Thanksgiving? Okay. Because everybody says, we get together with family and friends and blah, blah, blah. And a lot of times when you get families together, especially if you got big families, sometimes there's a little bit of animosity that happens. There's a little bit of old things that gets brought back up. Well, not over in England because you don't have a Thanksgiving. But you could do this at Christmas. You could do that at wherever. When you get families together and they disagree about stuff or political views, okay, that'll ruin a Thanksgiving, right? And if you don't like the people, that might even get them to leave early. Yeah. But hey, that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm glad you guys are here. I did pin the link at the top. Please join us on panel. Tell us about your Thanksgiving, what you got planned coming up. If you're traveling, whatever, please join us up on the panel and let's get to talking. Happy Monday to you, Roadkill Ron. So without any further ado, let's say hello to everybody in the chat, Paul. Heartland Headquarters with Dink and Tank. She's here. Like I said, there is Roadkill Ron. Dennis Osborne, welcome in. I seen him over at Mini Cactus this morning. Of course, our good friend Paul Honeyman, my co-host, is here. There's the Bud Files.
I don't know you, so don't you start saying that, telling everybody I'm a good friend.
There's Debbie Drock. Welcome in. BNS Odyssey. There's Beth. Hello, hello. Joe Fix It For You's here. Our cabin in the woods. Tony, I hope you are recovering. Waiting on the physical therapist lady on my first pain session. Yeah.
In other words,
forward to my knee getting chopped out and a new one put in.
He's waiting for his wife to get home.
His worst ones, I spent Christmas and my birthday in jail one year, but Thanksgiving was always okay. There you go. Oh, man. I couldn't tell you.
The only time I've ever spent in jail was in Germany.
And
I asked to be locked up for the night.
Really? You asked for it?
I went into a German police station, the Polizei, and I turned around and says, I can't find anywhere to sleep tonight. Can you lock me up? And they looked at me and says, English? Yep. Army? Yep. Come this way. I got a cup of coffee.
Had you been drinking?
Nope.
Really?
I was stone cold sober. I was on my way to find a friend that was trying to desert. And I knew where he was going.
Yeah.
So I got the train that was later that night after clearing it with the seniors. And they said, well, if you know where he's going, I said, I know where he's going, sir. I'll bring him back. And they says, right, you've got 72 hours. So the first night I got there and everything was shut. even the hotels.
Really?
Yes, it was that time of year where all the festivals were going on.
Yeah.
And they locked me up. They gave me a cup of coffee. They came in at 6 o'clock in the morning to wake me up with breakfast.
Hmm.
And they still never asked why I was there.
All our friends from the Philippines came in, and from India and from Australia, saying hello this morning. Merns Pacquiao shouted us out, and I thank her for that and reminding everybody that we're going live this morning. There's Philip W. Ryder. Good to see you, brother. There's Bowen over at Thunderstick Homestead. That's the channel I know.
Yep.
And there's our good friend Rebecca Touched by Yarn. Glad to see you, Rebecca. Go down this one. I said, hello, Ray Castillo.
Say hello to Barbara, because she's always there with him.
And this Osborne, welcome in. I know I said that once before, but that's okay. And we said the Bud Files. Debbie Droth's here.
And there's my favorite, Karen.
Karen's in here.
Yes, Karen's in today.
Karen Breast, welcome in. And again, thank you for that get well card that you sent to Terry. She really appreciated that. We didn't get one from Paul.
That would entail you think I can write.
Well, no, you're a cheap bastard.
There's that too.
The only story I have was Mom made rum cake one year. You could smell the cake when you walked in over everything else. One piece of that and you were tipsy, but good.
Yeah, my mother used to put brandy in our Christmas dinner.
The one thing I can remember when I was growing up was that oyster stuffing. I freaking hated it. I hated it. It's like it didn't go with turkey. The taste of seafood in stuffing did not go with Thanksgiving for me. Now, if I was I was going for seafood or something like that, that'd be one thing. But that shit is god awful. Terry loves it. Oh my God.
I always knew there was something special about that girl.
Yeah. But she's never made it for me. Thank God. And thank God for stovetop stuffing. It is stuffing in a box and it is good. I love it. It's cheap. I don't know how cheap it is now, but it tastes the same no matter how you cook it. It's the same.
If you're stuffing birds with cheap stuffing,
I will tell
they
you,
better go cheap.
I don't know if they make do they make a turkey one? Stovetop stuffing? Anybody know that? Do they make a turkey? I know they make a chicken and a pork. Now, I'll take the chicken with the turkey, but one year I was somewhere and they made the pork one. I'm going, that's not chicken. That's something different. So, got to make sure you grab the right box, I guess.
Yeah, you can get into real trouble grabbing the wrong box.
But I'm going to tell you a story later. My worst Thanksgiving in the Army. Okay. Oh, good Lord. Yes, there she is, Karen Breast. Good to see you, my friend.
I got to refuse, not once,
Rain, hello.
twice, the annual drink on Christmas Day.
What is the annual drink?
The annual drink, you know the big tea urns that you get? Well, the officer commander comes around on Christmas morning and he's got a tea urn carried by 2 sergeants. And everybody is supposed to get a cup from this urn. It's got whiskey, vodka, rum, brandy. There's 7 different alcohols in there.
Right.
And there ain't no mixes. It's just filled to the top with these 7 different spirits.
Is it cold? Is it cold?
Oh yeah, it's cold.
So it's like a Long Island iced tea.
No, because it's spirits.
What's the difference? What's a spirit?
Whiskey.
Okay, Long Island iced tea. It's got 5 or 6 different liquors or spirits in that iced tea, and it will not go on your butt if it's done.
Yeah,
right.
well, that's why I got to refuse it, because I made sure I was duty driver, and I can't drink if I'm driving.
There's Dana Mason with 10 and everybody over there in Mississippi.
Yeah, the 3rd year, the bastard got me, though. He made sure I wasn't duty driver.
I do like cornbread stuffing. Nothing wrong with that. Just, I'm telling you something, just leave the oysters out of it. God awful.
I heard oysters are like eating snot.
Yeah, and I don't understand where they get this thing that it's supposed to be a aphrodisiac.
Yeah,
because when they're raw like that, I want to throw up. It's like swallowing a big old snot booger.
Yeah,
sorry. I mean, I don't understand.
Apparently, the ladies love them.
Terrie loves them.
Yeah,
she loves oysters on the half shell. Me, keep that crap. And you're supposed to slurp it and swallow it. Well, I'm not a good swallower.
I'm not a good slurper.
So I don't know. I can't do it.
Tamara says, I wouldn't know, Paul. I couldn't get past the slime.
Ooh, it's nasty, isn't it? Oh, Debbie Brock says she does not eat stuffing. Well, Thanksgiving is, if you're a diabetic, Thanksgiving is not a good day for you.
It's a brilliant day.
And if you are diabetic, like me, I'm a type 2 diabetic. You can't go and say, okay, I'm going to eat plants and this stuff over here to get my blood sugar down, because when you sit down to Thanksgiving and you stuff your face as a diabetic, all you're doing is working your way towards a diabetic coma. And the turkey doesn't help, with that. What is it called? Tryptophan. That's that ingredient that will knock you out. Yeah. Can't have all that stuff, but
my daughter did a research.
You can have it in moderation. Okay. Use a small fork and not a big spoon shovel when you're eating.
That takes the fun out of it. I've got to have a big fork and a big spoon.
Tim is going to grill a couple of turkeys, and last little bit he will deep fry. Ooh, yeah. Deep fried turkey is good. Oh, I'm telling you, a good deep fried turkey in that peanut oil, that's some good stuff. That is some good
I
stuff.
can't get away with peanut oil.
What is the Long Island iced tea?
Yeah.
Now, the Long Island iced tea is number one. If it's made correctly, you should not be tasting the alcohol in it. You only feel the effects of it.
You walk outside, you get a nice big breath of fresh air, and you go, "What the? How'd I end up on my ass?"
Long Island iced tea. Yeah, I'm telling you. There's some people, one Long Island iced tea will knock you on your keister. Hey, Brett. There's our friend Brett over Butt Nugget Homestead.
Yes. The old fart.
Oh, designated driver. I never made it to the status of designated driver because if you point, I'm going to tell you something. I went as a designated driver to a nightclub in Germany, and I was so bored because I was sober. I was so bored, I started drinking because
I can't understand
a
that.
friend of ours, well, he really wasn't a friend. He was a newbie that came to the unit, and he showed up. And we designated him as a designated driver, and I started drinking. And that's what you do to newbies in the military. You make them do things they don't want to do, right? So we made him the designated driver. So, yeah, so I've never been a successful DD.
I have many a time.
Really?
Yep. Especially after I stopped drinking. Because I turned around and told my daughter, if I find out you've ever got into a taxi or an Uber instead of calling me first, you're going to get your ass taken off.
Hey, Ed, over at Whistle Stop. Welcome in.
I used to pick her up and drop three or four of her friends off on the way back to her house.
Yeah.
And then when she got with her partner and they started going to the casino, I'd get a phone call at 4 o'clock in the morning. Can you come and pick me up? Where are you? Casino again. Yep, be there in half an hour. Just get some pants on.
Well, I will tell you that I can't say it since we moved back to the States. Now, we have gone to Waco for Thanksgiving, which is always nice to be around Brittany and Brad, and then go Black Friday shopping in Waco. But we started a tradition, I've told you this, where Terry and I just go traveling.
Yeah.
And I think the best Thanksgiving traveling was to Guam, the island of Guam. We went down to Guam, and Guam is 82 degrees all year round. Okay.
I'm going in your suitcase next time.
And there's a place called Captain, what is his name? Captain something. Anyway, he was an old sailor, U.S. Navy sailor, that stayed on the island, I guess retired on the island. I guess he married a local girl whose family owned some beachfront property in Guam, and he opened up a big restaurant and bar. And it's pretty damn big. It's huge. It's larger. It is larger than when you go into a Texas Roadhouse. It's bigger than a Texas Roadhouse square footage. So so people who's been there can get a grasp. on how big it is. He sells T-shirts. I got a picture of me and him. But every year he puts on a Thanksgiving feast there. And I mean, the parking lot is packed. And he has a serving line that's like 100-foot freaking long. People are out on the grass. People are out on the picnic tables inside the bar. And he puts this thing on. It costs $29 a head to go in there when we went there. And I'm going to tell you something. We had such a great time, had a band playing. And to me, that was a community Thanksgiving. And we met people we would have never met before. And it was just a great time. So if you ever have a chance and you ever want to find a destination, Guam, it's only 34 miles around the entire island. There's a Navy base on the southern side or the northern side, and then there's an Air Force base on the south side. And that's where all our bombers are and stuff like that. Of course, we had ID cards, so we got to go on base. We went on both of them. We got in trouble at the Navy base because we weren't there. Some guy went to go take go to the latrine. I was about to say take a whiz. He went to the bathroom and the gate was open, and I just drove through it where all the carrier group was and all that stuff. You're not supposed to be in there, especially in a civilian car. So we learned. So we were asked to leave. Yeah. Okay. So we are having a non-traditional Thanksgiving. We are having two separate Thanksgivings. Kids work different shifts. One works Thanksgiving. Okay. I will be cooking a duck for Thanksgiving dinner this year. This is my first time cooking a duck. Well, when you're cooking a duck, they're best cooked in a rotisserie with a nice deep oil drip pan underneath it, because there is a lot of grease in a duck. If you're cooking it in the oven, make sure it's setting on like a wired stand type thing on top of something where all the drippings can go in there, like a cake pan, because there'll be a lot of grease in a duck. But it's
also make sure you
delicious.
Also make sure you take the duck out of the plastic bag.
Yeah. I remember one time I think my mom, she got a turkey, and normally they'll put the giblets and all that stuff and the neck and all that in a bag. She didn't take the bag out, and it melted inside the turkey. We said, "What is that smell?"
Yeah.
Yeah. She never made that mistake a second time. He smokes
Guaranteed to
so smoke flavor. Oh yeah, in the meat. Yeah, the crisp. I like when you deep fry a turkey, that crispy skin and all that stuff. That is awesome. It kind of reminds me, but it's a bird. It's of course is when we went to the Philippines and they had a pig roast, and they take the pig and they put it on a spick, and some poor bastard is sitting there with a hand turn, and they have coals on the ground, and people switch out, but somebody's on that thing turning it real slow because they didn't have, a motor or nothing. So somebody had to turn it, and they get that skin. It's called crackling. And guys, that is so delicious with all that pork fat in it. And oh my gosh. And then the pig gets so tender that when they take it off the spit, you can just grab a piece of meat out of it and it just comes off. That's how tender the pork is. But yeah, that was the best pork I've ever had was in the Philippines. You can have your barbecued stuff and all that stuff, but man, that stuff was so good. Rainy Ridge, welcome in.
Yeah, they're back.
Rainy Ridge is back. All right, Bush Crafty Cooks, welcome in. Wonder what you're having for Thanksgiving.
What day's Thanksgiving?
Thursday. It's the fourth Thursday of November.
November, yeah.
So,
Somebody,
go ahead. Paul, you were going to say something?
I'll probably have fish and chips.
Fish and chips. Debbie Dross says she really enjoys others drinking and enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
Well, I could see that because having fun is good. But I like it when you get to the point where people do dumb stuff. You've seen that, Paul. There's a certain time of the evening when dumb just pops its ugly head up and people do and say, because only little kids and drunks tell the truth most of the time, and probably things that you probably shouldn't say, okay? And sometimes that happens at family Thanksgivings because some families drink alcohol during their Thanksgiving, and Aunt Betsy might have had one too many glasses of wine, and her feelings come out, and sometimes it ruins a whole Thanksgiving. I've seen fist fights at Thanksgivings. Hey, Captain Morgan, I do like Captain Morgan. So does the Captain Ron.
Now that's what I call a busy morning, Tina.
Kevin over at Camping Cage Free. Christy Betts, welcome in. Good to see you. All right, so origins of Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving can trace itself back to 1621. Back in Massachusetts, the Plymouth colony held a feast with I don't even know how to say this, the Wampanoag, 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 whatever, Native Americans to celebrate the successful harvest. This gathering symbolized peace, cooperation, and gratitude. However, it wasn't an annual or national event at the time. Over the following centuries, local and regional Thanksgiving celebrations continued, but there was no single fixed date or nationwide observant. Now, we do know through history that George Washington celebrated Thanksgiving, had Thanksgiving with the troops, all that kind of stuff. And tried to nationalize it and saying, hey, but everybody picked their own time because the harvest was different in different location. It wasn't until President Abraham Lincoln stepped in. Abraham Lincoln said Thanksgiving was the official name and declared a national holiday in 1863. He proclaimed that the last Thursday in November would be observed as the Day of Thanks, marking a significant moment during the Civil War to reunite the nation in gratitude. Okay? So, a lot of people think FDR did it. Okay? Franklin Delano Roosevelt, not Franklin Delano Rooster that we have out there standing in the rain right now. But it was Abraham Lincoln. All right. Now, people will say, well, the last could be the fourth. Okay. It wasn't until in 1939, due to an annual calendar, unusual calendar with 5 Thursdays in November, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt moved Thanksgiving to the second to the last Thursday of the month to extend the holiday shopping season. This decision was met with mixed reactions, leading to some states celebrating on different days still. Federal law, the confusion prompted Congress to intervene. Of course they intervened, okay? They had nothing better to do than to set a date in December of 1941. A law was passed establishing Thanksgiving as the fourth Thursday in November, a date that has remained unchanged since then. So the reason it's on the fourth Wednesday of the month is because of Congress, and that was done in 1941. It was done in December of 41. So the first Thanksgiving was 1942 on the fourth Thursday. If you didn't know that, now you do. And if you dig deeper into that, the reason they had that and why there was so much controversy was because of businesses. Okay? Businesses wanted it set up specifically to have the week after as their sales and stuff like that, where people could go and buy things at a cheaper rate and get ready for Christmas. Okay? And that sparked a huge income for the businesses. And now we call it Black Friday. On top of that, because businesses are so greedy, you've noticed it, it's the whole month of November. Okay? And then some people even say, hey, pre-November Black Fridays. And a lot of companies, every Friday is a Black Friday leading up to Black Friday or the week of Black Friday, where every Friday they have things on sales where you can get it cheaper, yada, 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 so on and so forth. So there you go. A little bit of history, a little bit of knowledge, and probably some things that people already know about. But we wanted to make sure you guys knew about how the origins of Thanksgiving happen. What's that? Oh, Paragon Ridge Ranch.
No.
It looks like it.
Possum Run, Homestead.
Oh, it almost looks like Paragon Ridge's old logo.
Can you read it?
It says Possum Run. Sorry.
You better be, because she's actually in the chat today.
Let's see. Wow, can't imagine my parents would. Oh, really? Well, my mom used to drink, but she didn't drink. My grandmother, she always drank the same beer all the time. It was called Brown Derby beer. I don't know who made it, but it was called Brown Derby. And I thought that she did it because she liked watching roller derby back in the day. So she bought brown, that kind of beer. And I do remember me always saying, well, what does beer taste like, Grandma? She goes, oh, you don't need to drink no beer. And I kept asking her. And so she made me take a sip of beer. And man, that was the most god-awful stuff, I've ever tasted in my life. And I think I was like 10. And I said, oh my gosh, that's horrible. How could you drink that? And she said, you get used to it. Yeah. And then she caught me stealing one of her beers. And she made me sit there and drink the whole beer. And then she made me clean and mop the floor that I puked on. So, rightfully so, I guess. Hey, there's Cuddly Texan. There is Cuddly Texan. Now, I don't know. Has anybody kept up with David? How did his surgery go?
He was on last night.
What was it?
When I say on last, he
I was
won't be
watching
on.
football.
Will you shut the fuck up for 2 seconds? He was on last night with his 2 channels, his Come On Homestead and the Talk one. He was saying that he will not be able to do lives until after the 3rd. He's had his complete bottom stitched. Instead of being 4 implants, they've put 5 in.
Okay. So did he have to have that metal thing put into his jaw?
Yeah.
Okay.
They haven't put that in yet. They're just on the, like Mama V did when she had the 2 up the front and 2 at the bottom.
Post?
Yeah. The posts that they screw them to. But he's had 2 in the top, he's had 3 in the bottom. And because of the way his, what was it? His temporary teeth had been in for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because of all that, when he damaged his mouth this time, it's literally cracked his jaw. So they've had to wire it together before they can do anything.
Yeah.
So he's literally got the full bottom stitched.
Yeah.
So he's having to wash that every morning and every night.
Right.
What else was it? He's having to do that. He actually had to get Mike to drive him in for surgery in his.
Right.
In his
I seen that part.
Yeah, and take him back. And then he drove it in. They used the 2 mini scooters to go into town to get David some extra painkillers.
Yeah.
Mike said it was hilarious watching him driving down the road on that mini scooter.
So is he staying with them?
No, he's staying at home.
Oh, he's staying at home.
Yes, he's at home. Mike and Lisa did the daily chores the day he got the surgery done.
Yeah.
They went back the following morning and did the morning chores. And David's turned around and says that he's okay to take over again. But as Patrick's just reminded me, he's having more problems getting the MRI from the insurance to pay for the MRI than he is anything else, because they want him to go through pain management instead.
Yeah.
And the thing is, pain management, it means opioids. And David doesn't want to go down that route.
Yeah.
I went down that route after I had the MRI, because I didn't like him telling me he was going to go in my back and fuse 7 vertebrae together.
Yeah.
And I turned around and said, you fucking ain't. So I've been on pain meds ever since.
Yeah. Christy Betts did the same thing, left the bag inside the turkey when she cooked it as a newlywed. Yeah. I remember when I lost my front teeth right here and I cracked my jaw right down in the center. Uh, so this is a pop in for the front right here. And
How did you do that?
it's over 15 years old. I was riding bulls, high school rodeo. And back then we just wore a cowboy hat. Well, now they wear a whole head thing. And I came down on this bull and he went up. And not only did I swallow my teeth in the front on the bottom, uh, he actually fractured my jaw straight down the middle. And I had to go in there and they had to drill holes. They had to cut my lip away, drill holes, and then wire that back together so it would heal. And then ever since high school, I've had fake teeth right here. Well, for a long time, I was walking around with no teeth because we were relatively poor when I was a kid, and I had to go through the free county dental trailer and stuff like that came around to the schools. I had to get all that done, and I don't think I was living at home at the time.
And that's a story you're sticking with.
No, that is the story. So I've
That's
had
a
this,
story
I've
you're
had this
sticking with.
changed. I've had this thing changed 3 times. And when I came,
Shall I tell them the truth now, Michael?
no, Terry didn't do it.
Terry got up the day after my roof heater.
Yeah.
And she found a pick elf and smacked him.
Yeah. But this last one they did, a lot of times you can see that thing, it looks black, but that's actually metal.
Yeah.
And I do need to go in and get a new one. So it just, like David said, dentist, that is a freaking racket. Oh my gosh. When I can we were in Korea and you could have a root canal for $119 paying cash. And you come to the States, it's $1,400. Well, normally when you have health insurance, you only get between $1,200 and $1,500 on a normal policy that you can afford. A root canal, that's gone. And then the first thing they say to you at the dentist's office, oh, we've got this dental insurance that you can get, and you can charge it. You can get it up to $3,000 on it, and at no interest for a year. And then guess what? Once you sign the line, that's how I got this, because I only had $1,200. Oh, we're going to have to do some cleaning. We have to do this, and and your $1,200 gone. Okay. And so you have to go and get the insurance to finish it up. And I had to, because of this, couldn't walk around with no teeth in my mouth, because I had cracked the last one right in half. And I was sitting there super gluing it together, but it would keep breaking. And so I finally broke down, and they used all $3,000 of that. I'm going to tell you what, it's a freaking racket. It's just like medical insurance. I've had 2 sex offenses. Whoa. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. That's right. You're a cop. I'm going, what?
Yeah. I had the same thought.
I had 2 sex offenses pop in. I'm thinking, are you at home? Then I remembered Rainy Ridge. They're part of the sheriff's department. Okay. They run it. They work at the jail too. Ed Kirkpatrick. Hey, welcome in. Yeah. 1621. Yeah, that's a long time ago. Could you imagine if you were like, I don't know, some freak of nature where you never died? I mean, I guess kind of like a vampire or an immortal. If you ever watched that movie called Lucifer, where Adam was living on Earth and Eve was living on Earth, they were immortal. They never got older. They stayed the same age, and they got to
Yeah.
travel century after century watching the world develop. That would be so cool. You couldn't fall in love or get married because you'd outlive everybody and you never aged. But that would be something really cool. But I guess after a while, after 2,000 years, you'd get bored, you know?
Jolly Huggers just arrived.
Jolly Huggers, welcome in. Hey, there's Jamie and Kevin.
Yep.
I burned my marshmallow on the, oh yeah. I say sweet taters, candy yams. He's a Yankee. So I will tell you that the top 10 worst Thanksgiving food.
Hi, Teresa.
And now this is not scientific. This is from polls from USA Today and from the New York Times put together. And they came up with a top 10 list after surveying customers and all that stuff. And the first one, the worst thing on Thanksgiving is the gelatin cranberry sauce. Not with the cranberry chunks and homemade. It is the cranberry gelatin, often cited as too sweet, too tart, or with an unappealing texture. Now, I will say it's not Thanksgiving unless you have a can-like blob of cranberry in a dish, still with the can rings on it. That's Thanksgiving to me, because every bite of turkey, every bite of stuffing deserves a little bit of cranberry sauce with it, in my mind. You guys say what? Do you like the gelatin one? Do you like the one that you make with cranberries? Now, I do like
love the
cranberries,
gelatin one.
but I like the sauce because it goes great with everything on your plate.
Yep, I love the gelatin cranberry. I will not have turkey without it.
Oh, who said that?
What?
You said something.
Yeah, I said I won't have turkey without cranberry.
My Yankee sister-in-law. Oh, wow, there's some divide in that family. Yankee.
Yeah.
Said, I will bring the sweet potatoes. She brought whole taters to bake. Now, I do like a sweet potato with butter and cinnamon on it. I do like that. But yeah, that's not baked potatoes, baked sweet potatoes, or yams. I prefer either one. Now, I did hear a story that's happened to a lot of people. They prepared the yams, all right? They cooked the yams, they put them in the oven, got them perfect. Then they brought it out, and then they put the marshmallows on there. People started showing up. They put it back in the oven, turned on the broiler. 2 hours later, the kitchen was full of smoke. Has it happened to anybody? Did you get busy with your guests and people coming over and you forgot something was in the oven?
Personally, no, but I know for a fact my mother did twice.
Have you ever, you've seen marshmallows ignite over a campfire. Same thing happens in your oven. And you have a hard, charred layer on top of your sweet potatoes. And then what they had to do is the ladies went in there with knives and spatulas and stuff, and they skimmed it off and
Yes,
started all over again. Started all over again. All right.
I skimmed too much. I should have just taken the crust off.
No, you gotta have the marshmallows on top of yams.
No, you can take the crust off a marshmallow and
Hello,
still leave
Teresa.
marshmallow on it.
Yeah, you got to have the rings on the gelatin. It has to look like the can, but cranberry, and then you slice it up. And don't slice it thin. When you go to the store, buy extra cans, okay? If it's just me and Terry, you can have 2 cans for me is enough, because the extra cranberry, okay, when you're making those after Thanksgiving turkey sandwiches with Duke's mayo, you got to put a thin slice of cranberry sauce inside that sandwich. That's how I like them.
I ain't putting mine
I do like mayo and mustard on my turkey sandwich. I do.
Beth, I'm not putting my nuts anywhere near a crust.
So cranberry hit the list. Sweet potato casserole with marshmallow. A divisive dish where the sweet, often gooey marshmallows are a major point of contention. I don't know. I've never eaten yams or sweet potatoes without marshmallow on it. So I don't know. Are they good without it? Okay, I don't know. What do you just see? You just see the yams and you just spoon them out in the liquid? No, I can't eat that. Got to have the marshmallows, guys.
The only time I ever had sweet potatoes, my daughter made chips with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And she done that in the air fryer.
Ah.
She didn't use the deep fat fryer, she used the air fryer. And that was the only time I've ever had that sweet potato.
Ooh, Debbie Drock likes broccoli cheese casserole. That is good.
Yeah.
That is
I replied to that. I like broccoli, cheese, and cauliflower.
Yeah. Any vegetable with cheese on it is good to me.
I can certainly eat cheese on its own.
Yeah. Oh, Jell-O salad. You're old school. Oh, you are old school. So the next one on the list, number 3, is green bean casserole. I love green bean casserole.
Never had it. I do like green beans.
Oh, well, first thing you have to do is have green beans. The second thing you have to have is cream of mushroom soup. Cream of mushroom soup, plop, until it fills up whatever dish you're having with the green beans in it. And then you have to have the dried onions on top of that. Is a must. Is a must. Oh, man, it's so good. The combination of canned green beans and cream of mushroom soup is commonly a turnoff for many. That's because you don't like vegetables. Okay? You were one of those kids that got raised, you could eat whatever you want. Hell no. You're eating it and you're staying at the table until it's cleaned off your plate. That's how I was raised, because you can't waste food. Okay? Now, number 4, overcooked or a dry turkey. Now, I have found out, all right, when Terry cooks a turkey, she puts it inside of a bag. And I mean, when you're cutting into the meat, it's just, I mean, the ooey gooey goodness is coming out of the meat. Terry has never made a dry turkey. She uses that bag religiously, and she does a great job. Me, on the other hand, I like a paprika turkey. When I would be cooking it when I lived in Germany, all my relatives on my wife's side, all of my relatives, because she was German, would show up at my house.
I was waiting for that.
On Thanksgiving. What's that?
I was waiting for that.
What's that?
Mama V does not like her greens. And she's just said, ew, green bean casserole is so gross. I had to eat it every Thanksgiving as a kid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just telling you, that's why there's so many options out there for your table. All right. You might have Thanksgiving and someone goes, hey, where's the green bean casserole? And Mama V would say, we don't eat it in my house. It's yucky.
Yucky is polite.
See, and amen on the marshmallow goodness. Yeah, on your sweet taters.
See, Mama V would probably say yucky. I'm not so polite.
Yeah.
If I don't like something, I just say, get that crap out of here.
Camera, she loves it. I put slivered almonds in it for extra crunch. Ooh.
And lots of
turkey's onions. That's what it is. Yep. You got to put them on there, guys. Oh, French green bean. Yeah. And celery soup with cheddar cheese. Oh, wow.
That sounds delicious.
Yes. It's so gross. It's grown-up food.
Who says you've got to grow up just because you're getting older?
But I will tell you now, that I am not a white meat type of a guy. I'm a dark meat guy.
So you're like me. You like the thighs.
I like the thigh. I like a good juicy thigh and leg. Yeah, I mean,
I'd love to get my team together.
I do appreciate a moist and juicy breast on a turkey, Paul. But I am a thigh and leg man. I will tell you.
Me too, especially on a turkey.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I limit it to a turkey, but
and we're talking turkey now.
Yeah.
I do like a good thigh and leg.
Barbara uses
any
French fried onions.
Really?
I love a good casserole. Even a sausage casserole.
Yeah.
The best thing about a casserole is you just prepare it, put it in your pot, and stick it in the oven.
Yeah. Dark and lots of gravy. Yeah. Oh, I add watered chestnuts to my green bean casserole.
Does it not get too runny?
Carrots and raisin salad. Ooh. All right. So the overcooked turkey, the centerpiece of the meal, a dry turkey is a major disappointment for many, many people. Yeah. I am one of those people. Stuffing dressing, while loved by some, it's a frequent worst food for others. who may dislike the texture or specific ingredients in stuffing. Okay, I can see that. Canned yams often criticized for being mushy or overly sweet when prepared is always a turnoff for many people.
I've never had them. Oh, Minty Cactus is here.
Got to have the mashed taters. Yep. And they better not come out of a damn box. All right. They better not. They better damn not.
I'm sending Terry some
up. You better boil them on the stove. You better drain it and start. And a little bit of what is that stuff called?
Milk?
No. Well, you got to have a little bit of milk in there.
Plenty of butter.
God, yeah, plenty of butter.
Sprinkle.
I like my mashed potatoes. I like my mashed potatoes. When you have enough butter, you know it because your mashed potatoes turn a little yellow. Okay, yeah. That's when you know you hit the right amount.
A pinch of salt and a dash of pepper.
And some sour cream in it. Just a spoonful of sour cream and whip them up. And use the masher, okay? The masher when you do it, okay?
You can tell Mike's had plenty of practice.
Don't whip them up with the mixer where there's no lumps in it. Got to have the lumpy taters. Got to. And if you leave the skin on it, for me, even better.
I'm like that with custard.
Yeah. Hey, there's our friend Mini Cactus.
Yeah, like I said. An Okie Grower's just come in.
Oh, yes. Some people do. They like the red potatoes over the russet potatoes. Yeah. And I don't like there's some potatoes you might get and it has an overly starchy taste to it. Don't like those. Hey, Okie Growers, welcome in. Yeah. Yep. So next on the list is ambrosia salad. Ambrosia salad. This sweet, creamy mixture of fruit, nuts, and coconut isn't a crowd pleaser for some people. Really? I think it's refreshing.
I'll just have the coconut.
I love coconut on anything. Yeah. Brussels sprouts. Disliked by a lot of people when overcooked or soggy. I agree. Or simply they don't like their bitter taste. Okay?
They're not bitter if they're cooked right.
Well, you have to cook them to the certain point where they're not bitter. If they're too firm, you get that bitter taste. If they're overcooked, it's like a big, like you just put seaweed in your mouth, warm seaweed in your mouth, and it just busts apart. I don't like it then.
I wouldn't know. I've never felt the urge to eat kelp.
I like Brussels sprouts. Terry will take them. Of course, she buys the frozen ones, and you put them on a pan, or just like you do asparagus, and put them in a pan and put them in the oven and let them cook that way, and then season them as you go. I like them that way.
Never had them that way. I usually boil mine.
I don't like them boiled. I like them cooked that way.
I like mine boiled and seasoned.
There you go.
What's hominy?
Huh?
What's hominy?
Hominy?
Yeah.
Hominy is what you make grits out of and stuff.
Oh, we don't do grits.
You don't know about no grits over there.
No.
Yeah. Oh, Terry found a company, okay, And she bought stone ground grits from this company and had them delivered here because we can't find them nowhere around here. Stone ground grits, and you put them in a crock pot to cook. Guys, that's the only way I will eat grits ever again. And I'm a big grit fan. Big. She got the white stone ground grits and she got the red. Man, it's some good stuff, guys. With scrambled eggs.
How you racist pig.
So you get it out of there. It comes out like porridge, but it's so good. And then salt, a little extra butter in there, stir it all up, and then put scrambled eggs on top, stir it in, and man.
So what's wrong with the red? What's wrong with the black? What's wrong with the brown? You racist pig.
Who?
You.
Why?
Well, you like your red and you like your white, but what's wrong with the yellow, brown, and black?
Nothing. That's what Terry bought. Ooh, cheesy grits. Oh. Now, here's the thing. Do you make breakfast on Thanksgiving Day? Or do you make everybody suffer until the cooking is done? I don't know. Do you? Now, I'll have like a banana or something snacky for breakfast type thing, like, toast with salami on it or something like that, or whatever, just to tide me over to get ready for it. But then again, I don't care how long I wait. I still eat the same amount. I'm full. Okay. I am not confused.
What was I on about?
I don't know. You're saying easily confused?
Yeah. What am I referring to?
Ooh, smoked Gouda and cheesy. Ooh, that sounds good.
You are easy.
Yeah. Next on the list is fruit salad. Now, I'm telling you something. Mama, my grandmother, you'd go and buy fruit, bananas, mandarin oranges, fruit cocktail, heavy whipping cream. And I'm telling you something, guys, a good old-fashioned fruit salad in a big plastic mixing bowl. Because when you make it, you only make it once a year. Because then afterwards, that's like dessert for us for like several days when I was a kid. I love a good fruit salad. Can be unpopular when it's just a random mix of fruit. It is. A little bit of nutmeg sprinkled on and mixed into it. Oh gosh, you can make a great fruit salad, and it takes talent to make a good fruit salad.
Mum used to use Brazil nuts and walnuts in her fruit salads.
Oh yes, walnuts. Yeah, not Brazilian nuts, man. Those big old hard things. You have to shave them down. But chopped up walnuts. Good for you guys.
Mum used to crunch them up before
Terry doesn't like it, so she doesn't make it. She does like a three fruit salad type thing. Some little preppy bullshit. I like the old messy kind. That's probably why I'm a type 2 diabetic.
Mum used to get nuts out of the shells, put them in a bag, and then beat the crap out of them before she put them in the salad.
Yeah. Now, the only Jell-O salad I don't like, and I think Jamie said she does. Hey, Liam McGoth again. How you doing, brother? Is, hold on, the Jell-O with fruit and then like salad in it. Let it, shred it up,
You mean proper lettuce?
Yeah, like proper lettuce that you shave up. You got to shave it into like little strips and cut it up and all that stuff, and they add it in there. That's not for me, guys. Yeah. Salad should not be in Jello. Sorry.
No.
Sorry. Yep.
Fruits, nuts, and Jello.
Yeah. No lettuce, just fruit. And you do know, old school grandma used to make that stuff. I didn't eat it. I would have lettuce in there, and I would suck all the Jello off of it, because Jello is good for you. Okay. Back in the days when they didn't worry about red dye number 5 or whatever. Yeah. Good shit.
I thought you said fuck all the yellow off it.
All right, number 10 on the list. Number 10, and it should have been number 1, is oyster stuffing. A niche dislike, but the briny flavor of oysters is not for those who don't appreciate it. I do not appreciate it whatsoever. It is gross. Okay? And it throws off the whole stuffing taste. Yuck. Yuck is the word of the day, guys. So I did tell you guys earlier. Now, what percentage of people do not like turkey? Okay. Anybody know? Put it in there. What is the percentage of Americans who do not like turkey?
About 65%.
Do you think?
Yeah.
All right. I'm waiting for the check. 50%? 100%. Agree with you, Mike, on no oyster. Yeah. Edgar Pachter says 20%. Beth says 40. Abby Dross says 29.
And the reason I think it's as high as that is because once they've done a dry turkey, they won't do another one.
45% says Christy Betts. Rebecca says 35. Well, according to USA Today and the New York Times, only 24.02% of Americans, okay, over 60 say they dislike turkey. On the other hand, 37.08% of American adults age 60 or younger say they dislike the turkey.
Well, I wasn't far off then because I was counting everybody.
Yeah. So what does that tell you?
It tells you they've had a lot of dry turkey.
It's over 60% of people don't like turkey.
I said 65.
Yeah. So there you go. Hey, so I was going to tell you a story. We're at 9:43 this morning. I'm glad you guys are still with us. I was going to tell you a story because nobody wants to come up and tell us about their worst Thanksgiving. I don't know why. Was in the military. Okay. It was a Thanksgiving. I was deployed to the country of Bosnia-Herzegovina. And we had crossed the Sava River. We went through the snow of the winter in the Balkans. We cleared landmines all the way from the Sava River up Route Arizona, all the way to the city of Sarajevo, all right, to open up the arteries. We had blown up so many things and laid down so many bridges. We were tired. And here came Thanksgiving. We deployed 2 days before Christmas in 1995. Went through all that, the winter, the spring, clearing minefields, blowing up stuff like I said. And we came back around, and here comes Thanksgiving in 1996. I was at Camp Lisa. It was the only base camp that was on the Serb side. Everybody else was on the Muslim side of Bosnia. And the base commander says, we are going to have the best Thanksgiving ever. And they started cooking. They brought in MKTs. It's a mobile kitchen trailer. All these guys started cooking everything. And we had they put up these gigantic circus tents, and it had tables and everything was underneath there. And there was a big old line. The officers were serving the food to the enlisted people. Senior non-commissioned officer like myself was serving food. And I had the privilege of serving the turkey. And I had my tongs, and there was some poor bastard back here carving up birds, bringing up more trays and stuff like that. So we had the first iteration of people come through. Everybody left. And they were saying, hey, somebody came running in, and I was picking at stuff while we were serving and eating stuff and things like that. And then they said, hey, stop serving food. And it was the chaplain that came in, stop serving food. I'm going, man, my stomach don't feel right. Right? I guess I was the only one picking and eating food. I had me a paper plate, and I would get something and I would eat it while the line was waiting on it, because I was the turkey. I was last. And I was eating stuff, and I was grabbing stuff. I'm going, man, I don't feel good. All right. The chaplain comes in. Hey, stop serving food. Something's going on. And people were outside throwing up, puking, because we were in like a galley. We couldn't see the people out there eating and stuff because they had a warmer to keep everything warm. And they cut it off, and you'd come through this galleyway of tents to get to the big tent. And they had served something like 1,240 meals. And I don't know which thing in the meal caused everybody, but salmonella, and something else, they said. And I started heaving. I couldn't hold it no more. I puked on a lieutenant colonel's pant leg. I puked on him. I puked when I was trying to get out of the thing. I had my hand over my mouth, and it was squirting out between my fingers. And there was puke on everything in that galley. I couldn't get out of there. And I'm going to tell you something. I was sick. I was sick for about 48 hours. 48 hours. And then, because I had puked everything out. And then about 24 hours later, I started puking out the backside. And I'm telling you something, I mean, it hurt. It hurt. We had poisoned everybody on that base camp. And everybody was sick except for whoever didn't eat yet. They were going to wait till last. And I couldn't wait. I was hungry. And that was horrible. My second worst one was eating a turkey in a thing they called a tea ration. Right? I'm sitting in the country of Turkey. We were feeding the Iraqis, the Kurds that had gotten mustard gassed by Saddam Hussein. All the survivors were coming up into the mountain, and we had the mission of flying in and dropping food for all those people. So I was eating a tea ration in Thanksgiving, and it was like turkey with gravy mixed up. And you just take the big old pan, it's like the size of a cake pan, and you dump it in boiling water and you let it boil, right? And then it swells up. And then you got to make one hole with your P39. It's a can opener. You make one hole and you let all that air come out. And then you can open it up and you can eat it. And I was sitting there in Turkey. It was me, my pilot, the co-pilot, and the door gunner. And that was Thanksgiving, sitting on top of a mountain range inside of a Black Hawk. We had gotten one of those immersion heaters, and we did it and warmed it up, and we just sat there. We were freezing to death on top of that mountain, and yeah, all you can do is think about what your family's doing back home for Thanksgiving and stuff like that, and it's a lonely time. So if you're one of those people that want to help the military out, I think one of the best things to get something from people you don't know was always around Thanksgiving or Christmas time, where churches and schools would send out, cards and little letters and drawings from the kids, or people would send what they call thank you boxes, and they would take, a flat rate box that you get from the post office and fill it full of all kinds of stuff, goodies and razors and all kind, whatever, and like notebook paper and pens and things like that, and ship it to an unknown soldier, and then they would just deliver that out to them. And I remember that, and I appreciated every time I'd come in my bunk or whatever, somebody would set a box on my thing and it says to an unknown soldier. And those were just great times. Getting packages from families. I remember when we went into Bosnia and I seen all those children, starving kids. We did go by the dump one time, and there had to be 200 to 300 kids living at the dump, and they were digging through trash and all that kind of stuff. It broke my heart. And I was on a trash run one time when we were in Bosnia. We had to dump all this stuff, and the kids were just waiting to rip open the trash bags and any kind of food that was inside there and stuff. And it broke my heart. And to this day, I can't watch when you show those commercials of starving kids overseas. I start tearing up, and Terry will tell you, I'll start crying, because I can't take it, because I actually seen it. And so I'm thankful to live in a country that you don't see that like you see in other countries or in war zones, that kids have to suffer through that people have to suffer through that. So I'm grateful that I live in the most powerful nation on the face of this earth. I'm thankful that we have a military, and now a military that's not going to take no shit from nobody, and stop playing the woke game. I'm glad that's all over. I am thankful for those 3% of Americans that raised their hand and said that magical word, I state your name, do solemnly swear. And I appreciate them for standing on the wall, standing watch, so we can enjoy this country, so we can act like total asshole idiots, okay, in the streets, and call it under the name of freedom and freedom of speech. I'm glad you have the right to do that. I'm also glad that we have to live by rules and regulations. If you haven't been in other countries, in foreign countries, and you say America's the worst country in the world, you haven't been outside the United States. You haven't seen what a shithole really looks like. You haven't seen what failed democracy looks like. You have never gone from a civilized way of life to having everything destroyed and you're scavenging for a way to live. Okay. You haven't experienced that. Be thankful that you live in the country you live in.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful that America has turned itself around. There's still a lot of people that are living in la la land. All they can do is say what the worst things are. I'm thankful that we have progressed over the years from Abraham Lincoln's time all the way up to today. And if you say we're worse off today, we've never been more hated or disrespected, or the negativity from way back then. I just don't understand how you can say something, like racism is we're still, trust me, the people living today don't know what racism feels like back in the 60s and the 50s and before blacks could vote and back during slavery. And once slavery was over, the hatred. You don't know that. Okay. So again,
the only people that are bringing that up every 4 years are the people that started the KKK.
Yeah. So I'm just telling you guys, I am thankful to live in this country. I love my YouTube family. I love that.
He even loves me.
I do. I love those red-coated bastards over there in England. But I'm going to tell you that you guys are great. And from Terrie, her family here, to you guys, we want to wish you guys a very, very happy Thanksgiving. Take some time out to go out on Black Friday. Maybe you'll get in a fist fight. Maybe you won't, because you want that last thing in there. I remember that as a kid, watching two grown women rolling on the floor over a Betsy Wetsy doll. And it was, I was shocked. Okay. But that's part of growing up, But guys, we want to thank you for coming in and partaking and taking part of Morning Talks with Mike and Paul. I want to thank you guys who come in for Sergeant's Talk TV every Tuesday at 8 p.m. And I especially want to thank all our friends out there that supports our channel, MT Homestead. We hope you have a great and wonderful Thanksgiving. And guys, we love you. And remember, be kind to one another, help somebody in need, and always, always think of that. Guys, we love you. God bless you, and have a great Black Friday. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Safe travels if you are traveling. Thank you, Jamie, for reminding me of that. But man, did you hear the air traffic controllers who stayed on the job are getting $10,000 bonuses?
Yes, you told us on Friday.
Oh, did I tell you? Man. Yeah. They're so all those little whiners, oh, I'm not getting paid, I'm not going to work, and blah, blah, blah. You don't get it. You don't get it.
You fucked up. You
right.
fucked up.
Yeah, Cabbage Patch dolls. Yeah, I mean, you remember the Tickle Me Elmo fiascos, the fights? Oh, man, when he came out, I'm telling you something, guys, the 70s, 80s, and 90s, there were moms out there that were hooking left and right hooks. for something for their kid. Yeah. Anyway, guys, love you.
Debbie Draft is asking if you are going to be on Wednesday night.
We are going to be on Wednesday night. Yes. Yep, we will be on Wednesday night.
I want to wish.
I love Trump. Yeah, there you go. You can love him.
Yeah. I want to wish all.
Go ahead, Paul.
I want to wish all you Americans a happy Thanksgiving. And if you're going to do Black Friday, do it from the safety of your computer. There's no need to go out.
Do.
Yep. There is no need to go out, get into a punch up, get arrested, lose your money, and then go to jail.
There you go.
You could do it all on a computer, and most of the time it's bloody cheaper.
Oh, yeah, you can find it cheaper, yeah. But what if you miss out on that one deal of a lifetime?
It wasn't meant to be.
It wasn't meant to be.
If you were meant to have it, God would have put it in your path.
I will tell you that I remember shopping at the Goodwill with my mom, because Christmas time we'd go in there, and that's where I got my pants, sometimes my shoes and stuff like that other people didn't want.
See what Jamie says at the bottom.
Yeah. So, Paul, I will have your bail money.
Bail money.
Did she say your bail money or your veil? I think it was bail.
She meant bail.
Yeah.
If you look at the keyboard, it's right next to the B.
Yeah. That means, Jamie, are you drinking? Are you day drinking? Yeah. And that's a great thing about grands right now. You can buy them $3 toys until they get older. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you now, my granddaughter's first Christmas present is going to be a lot more than $3.
I bet.
All right, guys. I'm looking for a silver piggy bank.
Great Thanksgiving from Paul and I will see you on Tuesday, tomorrow, and Wednesday. I'm live 4 days a week. Man, maybe that's why I can't get motivated to put out a video.
I was just about to say that. Why would you need to put out videos when you're on as much?
Oh, yeah. But,
although you have to keep doing the DIY.
Yeah.
If not for anything other than it making me fucking laugh every time I watch them. Yeah,
I got to go to Lowe's and pick up some lumber, and we're going to start doing the rabbit hutch build for my 3 breeders. Going to give them more space and everything, but that's going to happen. So we're going to start that one, and I'm going to start the second in the series of quail videos. I did the basic quail video for people getting started. Now we're going to move on to the next phase of breeding and doing all that stuff. So anyway, guys, hope you guys have a great day.
She's not drunk. She's got no glasses on.
And we will also see you on Friday. Okay, Friday. Oh, but some of you might be out on Black Friday, and some of you might be on the computer looking for that big deal, but we'll be there. So anyway, guys, be kind to one another. Help somebody in need. Always think of that, guys. Love you. God bless you. We'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys. I think we did that twice, didn't we?